Good morning. Hi, everyone. It's Aubrey. I am ready to lead you through a lovely yoga practice this morning. So, welcome, and we'll get started. So, all you need is some space. Ideally, you have a yoga mat, but if not, that's okay. So, we'll start on the floor. We'll move into some standing practice, adding a little bit of a flow, and then we'll make our way come down to the mat for the remainder of class. So, happy Thursday. Let's get things started. All right, in our comfortable seated position, whether that's legs crossed, maybe that's legs out in front of you, whatever allows you to slow things down. Perhaps you've grabbed some mellow music, playlist that you like, and that's drowning out the sounds of the household, drowning out some of the chatter in your head, and allowing you to be still and present for this next hour. And so we're tall and long through our spine, proud, open through chest, and softening, relaxing through facial features. And then gradually, with each exhale, drawing them out just that little bit more, a little bit longer exhales. In and out through your nose. And two more rounds of breath. Drawing an inhale and exhale, dropping your gaze towards your left, stretching out to the back of your neck. Inhale, raising your head back up. Exhale, once again, dropping your gaze towards your left. With the gaze directed downward, bringing chin towards right shoulder, stretching out through left side of your neck. And dropping your gaze to your left. Then over to opposite left shoulder, stretching out through right side of your neck. And bringing your gaze to your left. And then with an inhale, bringing your head back up tall. Lateral bend, right hand by your side as the left arm raises up, opening up to the side body. Inhale, coming back tall. Placing left hand down, right arm raising up. Lateral bend. And inhale, tall to center. Spinal twist, bringing right hand back by right hip. Left hand to the knee, spiraling, twisting upwards. Shoulders soft away from ears. And release, coming into center and switching sides, bringing left hand back to left hip, right hand to the knee. Twisting upwards, shoulders soft. And then releasing and coming back to center. Into around the world circles as we bring our body forward, side, side, and forward. Loosening up through hips and pelvis. Warming up through the body. So finally got all the mulch down. Last week I shared with you that I was working on so much mulch. We had so much mulch that by the end of the weekend, we saw our neighbor and said, "Do you want this mulch?" He said, "That'd be great." So he took the last yard or two of mulch. We're done with mulch. We'll come back to center and reversing direction. And so since we were done with mulch, I had no projects the other day, so I decided to get into the raspberry bushes and take the leaves out and trim the dead branches in short sleeves. So proceeded to get my hands all scratched up. But that's okay. Hopefully we'll have lovely raspberries, and I'll give you an update on the raspberries. And then we bring ourselves back tall to center and lengthening through our spine. We'll stretches. Let's interlace the fingers. Stretching out through back and shoulders. Dropping chin down, rounding through mid-back. Rounding our spine. And then we bring ourselves back up tall. A few seated versions of this cat-cow. Curling, rounding, pressing palms out, stretching out through shoulder blades. And back up, and one more time. And then bringing ourselves up. Let's interlace fingers, arms drawn tall overhead. Reaching up tall to the sky. Left hand holds onto your right wrist. Right palm is up towards the ceiling. And then a little draw as we bring that right arm across the midline of the body. Opening up through right side. Just a small lateral lean. Really drawing through shoulder, through your back. And then we inhale tall to center. Taking your right hand, holding onto the left wrist, left palm facing up to ceiling. And a small little draw over. Still staying broad open through the front of the body, not letting that left shoulder drop down. And then we inhale tall to center, sweeping our hands back, untented fingers, biceps, the front of our arms pointing forward, tall through our chest. Drawing shoulder blades together in the back. And then we bring ourselves tall, moving into table pose. Coming to all fours. Palms underneath shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Flat back to begin. Then cat-cow poses. Head drops down, tailbone drops down, arching, rounding through spine. Moving to bring head up, tailbone up. And then curling, rounding, head down, tailbone down. And moving to bring head up, tailbone up. And then once again, head down, tailbone down. Head up, tailbone up. Returning now to flat back. Opening up through shoulders, pressing right palm into the mat. Drawing that left arm out to the side. Left arm passes through, lowering left cheek down. Thread the needle. Right forearm can lay on the mat. We can take that right hand, bringing it to the small of our back. Or we can draw that right arm up towards the ceiling. Remembering your breath, full deep inhales, exhales. Right palm presses in, squaring off shoulders and hips. Right arm extends out, opening up through shoulder blades, sweeping right hand down, lowering cheek to the mat, hips up high. Finding that resting position with your left arm. And then taking left palm, pressing it in, and squaring off shoulders and hips and back into table. From table coming to child's pose. Sliding our upper body back, resting on thighs, forehead down on the neck. Lateral child's pose, fingers reaching over towards the right with a long stretch to the left side of the body. Then hands coming to center and reaching and stretching over long to opposite side, reaching over towards the left. And then moving back to center, back into child's pose. Rising up to all fours, back into table. Extending right leg straight back, right toes resting along the mat. Raising your right leg long, bird dog pose. Gaining balance, extending long through left arm. Returning your palm, returning the knee. Straight back with left foot, left toes resting along the mat. We'll stretch through the sole of your foot. Raising long through left leg, right arm extends, opposite arm and leg drawn out. Returning your palm, returning the knee. Into puppy pose, staying on knees, arms extended long, forearms, forehead melting down to the mat. Lengthening through spine. Pressing our palms into the mat, downward facing dog. Rising onto toes, walking our feet back, head hanging, head. Walking the dog, bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel towards the floor as you pedal through your feet. And then when you're feeling ready, coming into a full expression of the pose, heels lowered down, head hanging heavy. Finding your breath. And then with an exhale, we step one leg to the front, then the next. Bending, straightening knees, arms sweeping tall overhead. Hands coming to center and back up tall to mountain. Coming up to the front of our mat, checking in with our alignment, spreading out through our toes. All four corners of the feet in contact with the mat. Softness about your knees, tall and long through your thighs. Pelvis is balanced, drawing into the abdominals, long from tailbone all the way tall to the crown of your head. Chest is open, taking a moment, easing shoulders back and down, hands by your sides, ears back by shoulders, chin parallel to the floor. The softness about your facial features, tall, strong, and mountain pose. Bringing this into a forward fold with a soft bend in your knees, extending, hinging, swan diving forward, flat back, and then lowering to forward fold, head hanging heavy. Soft bend in knees, rolling the spine back up tall, hands coming to center, and back tall to mountain. Chair to forward fold. Bending knees, arms extended long, coming into chair pose. Spine is long. From chair, forward fold, extending, reaching out. Head dropping down. Soft bend in knees, rolling the spine back up tall. And moving into warrior one. Beginning with right leg forward, left leg stepping back, lunging forward, hips to the long end of your mat, arms drawn long to a T position, and gazes out over front right fingertips. Exhale, hands scooping down. Inhale, coming back up to the front. Into chair. Forward fold. Rolling back up. Into warrior two. Left leg forward, right leg stepping back. Lunging forward, hips to the long end of our mat. Arms extended long, gazes out over fingertips. Exhale, hands scooping down. Inhale, back to the front. And tall, strong back. Repeating that, building on, so coming into chair. Forward fold. Soft bend in knees, rolling the spine back up tall. Warrior two. Right leg forward, left leg stepping back. Lunging forward, arms extended out. Side angle pose. Right forearm onto right thigh. Long through left fingertips. And then bringing that left hand down, bringing yourself tall, and coming back up to the front. Back into chair. Building straight through your thighs, into a forward fold, stretching out through the back of your legs. Soft bend in your knees, rolling back up tall. Warrior two, left leg forward, right leg stepping back. Lunging forward, arms extended out, gazes out over left fingertips. Side angle pose, left forearm on left thigh, drawing that right arm out. And bringing hand down to the side, bringing yourself tall, and back up to the front. One more round through, building on from that sequence, coming into chair. Forward fold. Stop, bend the knees, rolling spine back up tall. Warrior two, right leg forward, left leg stepping back. Lunging forward, arms raised. Side angle pose. Bringing top hand down, bringing ourselves tall, coming back to warrior two. Straightening front leg, triangle. Extending, reaching that right arm down, coming down to shin, down to the mat. Left arm raises up, gazes up along left fingertips. And top hand comes down, bringing yourself tall and stepping back to the front. Last round through, repeating with left side into chair. Forward fold. Bending knees, rolling spine back up tall, hands coming together, back tall to mountain. Warrior two, left leg forward, bringing that leg out, hips to the side, arms raised long, gazes out over front, left fingertips. Side angle pose. Top hand comes down, bringing yourself tall. Warrior two, straightening through front leg, extending, reaching out, lowering that left hand down, right arm raising up, triangle. Top hand comes down, bringing yourself tall, and stepping back up to the front. Back tall in mountain pose. Bringing this into side angle pose, or excuse me, wide leg forward fold. So facing long on your mat. Wide leg position, some of my favorite poses. Let's begin by placing hands on hips, spine is long. Forward fold, and we'll rotate out and twist an arm up to the ceiling. Extending, reaching out long, head lowering down. Left hand coming to the front, middle of the mat, pressing left palm into the mat. Rotate, twisting, right arm raising up to the ceiling. Gazes up along right fingertips. Exhale, we sweep the hand down. Right hand pressing into the mat. Rotate, twisting, left arm raising up. Exhale, sweeping hands down, feet pressing into the mat, rolling spine back up tall. And moving to a chest expansion as we clasp hands back behind us. Broad open through chest, reaching out across the room, head hanging down, broad open through chest, easing hands off of our back. So good to do some work to open up through the front of our body, helping out shoulders, chest. Then we exhale, we sweep the hands down, pressing feet into the mat. Inhale, rolling the spine back up tall. And one more, we'll reach out to toes. Hands on hips, extending, reaching out long. Hands reaching out to grasp onto toes or shins. Head hanging heavy, drawing elbows away through spinal column. Softness through neck and shoulders. Bring the hands to center, pressing feet into the mat, rolling spine back up tall, and then coming back up to the front. Coming into pyramid tree dancer combo. So starting with pyramid, right leg forward, left leg stepping back, a much smaller stance than we were using for warrior. With hands on hips, we extend, reaching long through spine, pausing with a flat back. Hands can either come to the back, to our small of our back, or drape forward over your extended front right leg. Checking that hip position. That right hip either likes to pop forward or shift itself to the side. Pressing our feet into the mat, rolling spine back up tall, stepping to mountain. Left foot anchors, gazes in front of you, steady through your body. Left foot coming to, right foot coming to left leg, knee rotates to the side. Hands at heart center. Raise those arms tall overhead. Bringing hands to center, back tall to mountain. And into dancer, softening, bending left leg, reaching back for right foot. And maybe it's just a hold on your back foot. You take it a step further, left arm extends, and then perhaps adding that pivot forward, pressing your right foot into left hand, left into right hand. And then we tilt ourselves back up tall, and then coming back to mountain. Switching sides, pyramid pose to begin. Left leg forward, right leg stepping back, feet facing forward, hands on hips, giving us a sense of where those hips are in space. Extending, reaching out long, pausing with a flat back. Hands can come to the small of your back, or drape forward over front leg. Pressing your feet into the mat, bringing yourself back tall. Stepping back to mountain. Pressing your right foot down into tree pose, rotating through knee. Hands at heart center, gaining balance. Arms raising overhead. And then bringing hands to center, back tall to mountain, to dancer. Pressing right foot into the mat, grasping onto your left foot, pressing left foot in, raising right arm tall, hinging, tilting. And then to release, we bring ourselves back tall, releasing hand, bringing your foot back down, and back tall to mountain. A little update for those of you who are wondering about the baby bird or the mother bird. She's been flying around. I haven't seen her too much this morning. There's a lot more tree cover. But she's been in there. We've been going in and out the front door, and that little mama robin bird's been working on her nest. So, see right now, maybe the nest is made and she's sitting on some eggs. We haven't looked. Little update for you. Let's come into a forward fold, soft bend in knees, flat back, forward fold, ragdoll stretch, little rock and sway from side to side. And then coming into center, to stillness. Soft bend in our knees, crescent lunge, right leg forward, left leg stepping back, dropping your back left knee. Hip bones forward, inhale, arms raising overhead. Adding in a twist as we exhale, twisting over to lunging right leg. Right palm faces out, spine is tall, opening up through left hip. We rotate back to center, palms coming to the mat, backing through into plank. Then right knee drops, left leg comes forward, crescent lunge, hip bones to the front. Inhale, arms tall, up, there comes the mother bird. Floating in the nest, flossing around there. And let's exhale, we twist over to lunging leg, palm is open. And then we release and back to center, into plank. Downward facing dog. And then we drop to our knees, wide knee child's pose, so toes together, knees out to the side, sinking our hips back towards our heels, arms extended out, forehead down on the mat. And then we inhale, bringing ourselves back up, and coming into a seated position. Legs extended long out in front of us. Long through our legs. Hands by our sides, broad open through chest. Staff pose. And then forward fold. Inhale, arms raising up, reaching down towards ankles, shins, toes. And release. And inhale, bringing ourselves back up tall. Coming into easy pose, a crisscross. Into eagle arms. The spine is tall. Let's bring our eagle arms out wide. Right arm on the bottom, the left arm at the top as we twist, drawing elbows out through spinal column. And we can stay here steady. Some days it might feel good to raise and lower those arms. To then release, opening, unwinding, a little tenting of fingers back behind us. Stretch out through chest. And then we bring our arms up and left arm on the bottom, right arm on the top, opposite eagle arms. Again, those hands can stay steady, or we can raise and lower them. And then we release, opening, bringing hands back behind us, another tenting of fingers, broad open through chest. And then we release, legs out in front of us. And bringing toes in and out. Broad open through the front of the body. And then bent knee windshield wipers. So knees to one side, feet to the other, and back and forth. No, your knees don't need to touch the ground. So side to side movements. Love through our hips. And then coming into center to stillness. Half lower the fishes, right leg on the bottom, knees towards the center, squaring hips to the front. Left leg crosses over the top with a tall spine. Swinging left hand back by left hip. Cradle the leg, or the hand becomes a flag position. And then we release, unwind, switching sides. Left leg on the bottom, right is on the top, spine is tall. Bringing right hand back by right hip, looking over right shoulder. And then we release, unwind, coming into bound angle pose, soles of the feet drawn together, lowering down through knees, your thighs stretch. And then moving to my favorite turtle, boxy shape, hands sliding underneath shins, lowering down, stretching out through your spine. And then release, and bringing ourselves back up tall to come onto our back for the remainder of class. Lowering down, hugging knees into chest. And gently rocking from side to side, massaging our spine. Coming into center to stillness, bending your knees, placing your feet flat on the floor, hands by your sides, pressing feet into the mat, lifting hips up, long line from knees, hips to shoulders. And exhale, slowly lowering your hips back down. Hamstring stretch, drawing bent right knee towards you. Raising right leg up towards the ceiling, hands interlaced along hamstring or calf. Bending your knee, drawing the right leg back in towards you. And then releasing. And other side, so drawing the left knee towards you, hugging left knee. Drawing the right leg up into the sky. And then release, hugging knee in, knees bent. Figure four pose, bringing both legs up, taking your right foot, placing that on the right, placing right foot on left thigh, interlacing hands along the back of the left leg, opening up through your inner thighs, stretching out through hip and glutes. Then we release and we switch sides. And then release, grasping onto toes for happy baby. Rocking and swaying from side to side, massaging your spine. And then bringing legs into center. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Back to bound angle pose. This time we're on our back, so reclined, soles of the feet together, knees falling to the side, opening up through inner thighs. And then bringing legs back up, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Bringing our thighs together, knees touching feet, walking out to the edges of the mat, making a triangle shape through the legs, the lower legs. And just pausing, breathing, resting in this space, a little care through the outer thigh. And then bring one leg up and then the other. Returning to bridge, pressing feet into the mat, lifting hips up, long line from knees, hips to shoulders. And then slowly lowering back down. Few versions of a spinal twist as we move towards the conclusion of class. Thighs together, knees bent. Let's bring those arms out to a T position, palms facing up. Knees fall to the right, head turns to the left. Legs up to center, knees fall to the left, head turns to the right. And then legs coming up to center. Straightening your right leg. Left foot comes over the top, so resting along the knee. Then we shift your weight to the right side. Left arm anchors you down. Right hand can draw that left thigh downward. Spinal twist. And then we roll onto our back, bending both knees. Now straightening your left leg. Right foot is placed on your left leg. Right arm remains outstretched. Left hand draws right thigh downward. And then rolling onto our back, bending both knees. Right leg crosses over the left with knees bent, knees fall to the right, head turns to the left, spinal twist. And then legs coming up to center, releasing, unwinding, switching sides. Knees now fall to the left, head turns to the right, spinal twist. And legs coming up to center, full body stretch, feet extended in one direction, arms drawn long overhead. And then with a sigh or an exhale, we bring the hands down to our sides, separating feet apart slightly, settling into this space, into corpse pose. Breathing at peace. And slowly adding in a few small movements with hand, toes, and fingertips. And shifting your arms and legs. Bending your knees. Rolling over onto your side. And then when you are ready, bringing yourself up to a seated position. And I want to say thank you for tuning in this morning. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hopefully will see you back here soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.